started it just a little bit early. I'm just gonna let it run for about 5 minutes. Seems like it buffers a little bit at the very beginning, so I'm just gonna kind of cruise for a couple minutes, let it settle in. We're gonna be partying in downtown Denver for a little bit tonight. What up from Idaho? What up, everybody? Good to see you. This is downtown Denver. What up from Indiana? What up? His own way in the lane here. Cheryl, what up? Churro, E.T. What up, D-Man? So we're right by Coors Field, where the Rockies play. So we just let ourselves in. He rolled down, that dude in the black Viper to my right, he saw that I was trying to get in. He rolled down his window and like gave me a look. And so we ran it. Look at the Lolos out here. Are we in a SRT? Yep, this is a 2012 SRT 8. 6.4 liter Hemi. Look at the little puppy on the left. This vehicle cost me a lot of money when I was living in LA, but I can find gas here for $2.61. Which is like $19.99 prices. So I'm gonna party like it's $19.99 tonight. I like your snow videos. Jaywalker, what up? So sad our Avs lost. Yeah, I was just checking out the Avs game. That was a very, very, very hard loss. We were up early. We played a good game, but it was going to be tough to win both. The Nuggets and the Avs were both in a Game 7 tonight, which is pretty crazy. Like, rarely does a city get to have 2 Game 7s at all, let alone on the same day, let alone at the same time. And I want to give a huge shout out to the LA Clippers. The Clippers had such a good series. I have the Clippers are the team that I've seen second most out of any other team. I watch all the Nuggets stuff, but the Clippers are my number 2 team. And they did a great job. Welcome everybody, if you're just joining us. I was live last night in downtown Denver. I made it about 2 hours. I was having pretty good night. My energy kind of bottomed out at like the 1.5 hour mark. I did bring a little bit of jewelry with me tonight. This is the necklace I had on when the Nuggets won NBA championship a couple years ago. Oh, somebody's getting rolled behind me. Hold on. Let me pull over so you can see the cops go by. Hold on. They're going kind of slow behind me. Hold on, let me yield. And then these people are just like tailgating the cop. And then that dude was like doing suicide swerves in front of us. Hey, we got Ellie in here tonight too. What up, everybody? Happy almost Cinco de Mayo. My Nuggets advanced to the next round. Even though my health isn't back up, that was a huge thing for me. I'm going to sleep well tonight knowing that they are still alive in the playoffs. Last year, we went to the NBA playoffs and got beat by Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, who's an amazing player on Timberwolves, he ended the Nuggets season early. To be honest, if we would have faced them in the first round of the playoffs, we probably would have had the same fate as the Lakers being in Cancun right now. But yeah, we picked we got the Clippers. And I do have to say, I'm not a big fan of this new Clippers team, especially before this playoff run. But their team really impressed me. They did a good job. They definitely made me sit on the edge of my seat and be nervous. But the Nuggets pulled it out. Now we have an even bigger hill to climb, which is OKC. Oklahoma, they bought their NBA team from the Seattle Supersonics. That's where Kevin Durant got drafted. So Kevin Durant got drafted by the Supersonics, and then he played his first year in OKC. And that's when it was Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. And they had that's probably the best run that they've had as a franchise, was that early NBA, like right when their franchise was new. And then since then, Durant's been on several different teams, Golden State, Brooklyn. He's just been all over the place. Now he's on the Suns. Russell Westbrook has been everywhere. He was on the Clippers. We have a guy on the Nuggets right now, DeAndre Jordan. He used to be on the Clippers. When I used to go watch all of the Nuggets and Clipper games in LA, there used to be this thing called Gold Star. It was an app that would give you discounted tickets. Oh, looks like there's a fight right here. Oh, that dude's drunk. He had his shirt off and he was like whipping people with his shirt. I used to go to a lot of cheap Clipper games because the Laker tickets were expensive, but the Clipper tickets were affordable. And I used to go cheer on Chauncey Billups. So Chauncey grew up here in Denver. He played for the Nuggets for a long time. He went and played for the Clippers for quite a while. My friends and I grew up with his brother. His brother's name was is Rodney Billups. So I'm a huge Chauncey fan. I've always wanted Chauncey to come back and be the coach here in Denver because Denver loves him so much. We're kind of over by Ball Arena where the Nuggets just won. And I'm also seeing the lights on in Empower Field, which is where the Broncos play. I'm going to stay away from there just for a little bit because all the crowds are probably still leaving that area. But we're going to hover sort of in the downtown area where the bars are. Because I'm sure these games started at like 5:30 and it's 9 o'clock now. So just judging by the way I've seen people consume alcohol when there's sporting events, it's going to be a lively night down here. A lively night in Denver is like a 4 out of 10 compared to a lively night in LA. So keep your expectations low. Just kind of chilling. I'm still working on getting my health levels back up, but really great to see everybody. Ellie, Jay, Barbara, Captain, Aaron, Love for Packers, WW, Paul, Punky, Ed, Sonia, Gina, T. Lucero. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let's get it going. This is downtown Denver. And this is what it looks like when one team wins a game 7 and one team loses the game 7. So Avalanche, unfortunately, their season's over. They had an amazing season. Linda and I went to a bunch of games. It's cheap to go early in the season. Or not cheap. It's affordable to go early in the season. Playoffs, no. People were asking me, are you going to go to the playoff game? I'm like, no. I'm not going to pay hundreds of dollars. Hey, Felzu, thank you very much. Felzu, thank you. I appreciate that. You look hilarious. I would love to get a taco tonight. Look at these old school buildings. What I like about Denver downtown, it's a lot of old mixed with new. This is Larimer Square right here. Larimer Square loves the Avalanche. They love the Nuggets too, but Avs are their team. Jeremy, do you still do your LA crime streams? It's been a while since I checked in. Adam, yes and no. I relocated to Denver as my home base, but I already have tickets to go back to LA. I'm going to be in LA in a couple weeks. We are going to do the quote fingers normal LA crime cruise. And I'm just going to give you the heads up. People are going to be like, oh, you're back. Never leave. This is what we've been waiting for. Lock this in. Only do this. I'm not only going to do that. I'm going to do a lot of everything. So will I still be doing the LA crime cruises? Yep. Am I going to be doing a lot of other stuff? Yep. There's just going to be a lot of mixture of stuff. This is one of the only... So when we cruise around LA, I'm always complaining about the digital billboards. These are 2 of Denver's digital billboards that I know of. And if you told me I'll give you $1,000 to show me 8 digital billboards, I wouldn't be able to do it. But you give me that same request in LA, we could do that in 2 minutes. Waves of the World, what up? Barbara, what up? Brandon. LEE, your best mod. So, not last stream, but the stream before last, there's a gentleman that's in our chat. His name's Zach's Stuff. He has a channel that I really like on YouTube. He does knife reviews and kind of adventure stuff. He mentioned at the very end, he's like, hey, Jeremy, if you need help with the modding, let me know. And so last night, I did throw a blue wrench on him, and he helped us out last night. So huge shout out to Zach and his stuff. And then also thank you to everybody that went over to check out his channel. He has such a cool channel on YouTube. Zach's Stuff on YouTube. Great dude. What up, Jay Colorado? And then when we were cruising around here last night, I was the last one in the chat to figure out that they were doing like a Cinco de Mayo celebration here, kind of in front of the state capitol. I just kept saying, did anybody figure out what this was? And everybody had figured it out. But yeah, I wasn't able to get down here earlier today. It was very hot today. 70, a lot of sun. But you know that I've got a sombrero in my closet. Somebody that eats as many tacos as I do, you know there's a sombrero somewhere in their wardrobe. So yeah, I can't wait to be back in LA. I have a lot going on when I'm there. I'm not just going for live streaming and crime cruising. I have a lot to get done, a lot to accomplish while I'm there. Will I take the time to cruise everybody around LA, make dumb comments and look at billboards? Yes, I will. Will we be listening to the scanner and roll up onto some crazy accidents in real time? Yes, we will. That will happen. Hey, thank you so much, LEE, 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Ellie. Congrats to Steph, Barbara, Crystal, Marion, Chris, Misty, May. NBA was better in the 80s and 90s. That's such a cool name. Lloyd Dingle. If you just got a membership from Ellie tonight or any night, please let me know that you appreciate that by thanking Ellie in the chat. And thank you so much. Great to see you. Look at this old church back there. I don't know if it's a church, but look at this batteries not included building right here. It's kind of giving me the haunted vibes, especially with this like boarded up windows. Scooter lovers here on the right. It's a house? Interesting. Imagine when this house was brand new. Like they just put in the last brick and they're like, oh, good to go. Put the bow on it. Trace wonders the same thing. I bet it was back in the like Victorian outfit days where women had white gloves on. The men had a suit on no matter what. You could be going to change the oil in your Model T. You've got a full suit on. Oh, we need to touch up some paint on the house? Give me a second. Let me get my best suit on. You get the paint ready. I'll get my vests and ties on. And then those people, those same people wearing suits, get into a time machine and they go, let's take a peek at 2025. They get out of the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure phone booth. And then they're like, wait, did the whole planet just wake up? Why are all the kids in pajamas? Was education put on hold for a century? There'd be a lot of questions. And I wouldn't be able to answer a lot of those questions. I don't even know what happened. I keep telling Linda, if either one of us want to pose as somebody that's younger, go to the grocery store wearing like Christmas pajamas. They'll be like, are you in high school? What high school you go to? That's like the uniform of a kid now, is just to wear Crocs, pajamas. Mama Lost Rondo, what up? DJ Kessler, sounds like something made on TV. Oh, like the Molly Brown area, yeah. There's a really cool, oh, I like this over here. These are these fire pits. This is a cool, I think it's a hotel. Oh yeah, it's the Sheraton. Some cool fire pits over here. Crocs are comfortable. They are comfortable. They're just super ugly. I have a couple of them, and every time I wear them, I feel a little bit bad that people have to see them. They're great if you go to something outside that's wet. Let's say you're gonna go to the water park, Water World, or you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna go to the beach. Crocs are sick. And then you look at the awards for like ESPN ESPY awards, and people are wearing suits with Crocs, stuff like that. Sucks that the Avs lost. Yeah, sorry to the Avs. I actually do like the team that they played. It's the Dallas Stars. They have one of our players that I really liked a lot. He got traded to them. So yeah, I'm not stoked that the Avalanche lost. But if it was going to be either the Nuggets or the Avalanche, I would want to put the Nuggets up. Like, the Nuggets are my team. I'm going to sleep well tonight knowing that I'm not done watching my team in the NBA playoffs this season. Will they advance past the next round? I hope so. I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. It's Everest to climb. It's like climbing Everest in Crocs too. It's going to be difficult and ugly. Jeremy, how you feeling? I feel good. If I'm being 100% honest, I feel really good. Jay Walker, I was dating Jennifer Aniston. She was wearing Crocs and you had to dump her. Man, I see how you came to that conclusion. Poor Jenny, man. Jenny from the block turned into Jenny on the Croc. My Croc sliders are just as comfy as my Birks. Shamey Cakes in the chat. When I met her in Boulder, she was wearing Crocs. And I thought that was perfect. When I think of Boulder, I think of like health food, incense, patchouli, Birkenstocks. She did not let me down. All right, here's the state capitol in front of us. Jeremy, does that mean you're going to go bowling? I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but the answer is yes. I love bowling. Almost as much as Jeffrey Lebowski. I'm a bowler. Am I good at bowling? No. Is it entertaining and a lot of fun? Yes. Is Linda better than I am at bowling? No. Does she wish? Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Let's talk about what sports that Linda can beat me at. Foosball's not a sport, but she's better than I am at foosball. She's, on any given Sunday, she's better than I am at pinball. I'm sure that it would surprise her to hear me say that I think she probably is as good at cornhole as I am. Better? No. Worse? No. Could it be either one of our game if we're both on? Definitely. Will she be better than I am at pickleball? At pickleball? Maybe. In our lifetime? Maybe. Will that happen soon without any major injuries? No. Is that okay? Yes. Is this a beautiful church? Yes. Is it a beautiful night? Affirmative. Are the Denver Nuggets a better team than the LA Clippers? I don't know, but we did beat them tonight in the playoffs. One of my favorite quotes is, "The enemy of best is better." And I've kind of used that quote to navigate as like the compass for my life. Are things good? Yes. Could things be better? Yes. Let's set the GPS for better. The enemy of best is better. Let's go toward better. Binoculars like only pointed toward better. I thought we had the best car. Bacon wrapped glizzy salesman right here. Oh my God, is this Gloria? This looks like Gloria. This looks like the one that sold me the dog in front of the church, right? Can anybody confirm? Look at the sign. This looks like Gloria's dogs right here. All right, I'm gonna yell Gloria. Let's see if she responds. What up, Gloria? Oh, she waved at me and she said hot dog. Was she calling me hot dog? I don't know. She waved with a big smile and said hot dog. All right. You heard her official nickname for the rest of the night, hot dog. So my first name is H-A-W-T, hot. And then last name D-A-W-G, hot dog. That's what I'm going to put on the back of this jersey. She goes, hot dog. Yeah, it's me. Caliente pero. ¿Qué pasó? Remember the name. Hot dog. Whoa, look at this girl's outfit. And she's wearing sunglasses. Oh, she halted me. She said, halt. I'm crossing. Jeez, she's got the sunnies on. Future's so bright. Gotta wear shades. Gotta wear shades. What the hell? Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday night. 9:24 here in the Mile High City. 5,280 feet above sea level. We're elevated. We're partying in the clouds. This is the very historic avenue called Colfax. What are we eating tonight? I hope tacos. The last time that I had tacos on Colfax was probably like a block or two away from where we are right now. And I was not impressed. Turtle Butt, what up? Ellie, Rue, Missy, Michael, Tony. We're chilling. Chilling, 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 chilling. I wonder what Ellie's been up to. She told me that she was going to start partying more on the weekends, and I definitely encourage that. I wonder if she's been DJing or probably doing something crazy. Foam party, DJ sets. Anybody know about Cricket? When I was growing up, this was a big phone provider. So people would charge like $100 for a phone plan, And then you could go to Cricket and get a local number for like $30. It was not big when I moved to California, but people around here have Cricket. And if you want to make fun of somebody's phone, you're like, oh, what? I could barely hear you. You talking to me on a Cricket phone? Like, it's kind of a diss to say Cricket. It means like generic. I see commercials for Cricket all the time. So when I lived in LA, I used to see commercials for Sonic all the time. And it was like the new Fritos, bacon, hot dog, chili dog at Sonic. And then being in LA, you'd look up where the nearest Sonic was, and it was like Orange County. So yeah, that was always heartbreaking. Oh, this is where I got the tacos. Chivas Tacos. That was a one and done for me. It was a very, very, very basic taco. I want to say they were like $8 each, which is not the good. Cricket is popular here. Where's here? Midwest? Feels like Cricket is more Midwest. Some cool art over here. Look at the bunnies. Colorado Chinese Medicine University. It's very specific. R.A. Clark, what's good? T. Lucero. It's good to see some OGs in here tonight. What up, everybody? Thank you for chilling. Linda made the comment earlier. She was like, oh, everything is just starting to bloom. It smells good. Looks beautiful. I think the springtime season is a very motivational time. You're putting your boots away. You're putting your snow shovel on the very roof of the garage. And you're getting out all your hiking stuff. Captain Canada, aka Ace Sid, or aka Sid. Thank you very much for the sticker. Sid Vicious in the chat. Thank you. I brought a zero sugar Gatorade in case I need it. Don't know if I'll need it. I brought some high quality H2O. Definitely need that. I have purified ice cubes. So when the ice cubes melt, they just turn into high quality H2O. No apple juice? I wish. I've been out of apple juice for the last couple weeks. I've been needing to do a Costco run for a little bit, but my wife is very calculated with her coupons. And she's like, oh, well, the new Costco coupons come out soon, so we'll go get our load then. This is the Botanic Gardens. Really nice. This is where they have the lights outside in the winter. And this road right here is where I went the wrong way down a one-way a couple months ago. Iggy Maldonado, what up, bro? What up, Blop?
Yo.
I've been drinking a lot of tea. There's a place here in Boulder called Celestial Seasonings. Very popular tea company. And you can do a tour in their facility. And the first time that I ever went on that tour, Celestial Seasonings tour, we park in the parking lot, we walk inside into the waiting room area, and no joke, they had 40 or so different coffee pot looking silver coffee pots with all experimental tea. And then below was a little clipboard, and you wrote your thoughts about the tea. So this would be like peach peach zinger or something like that. And then you drink it and then you go, a little bit too much zinger. Add more peach, subtract more zinger, and just give them your feedback. What was cool was, at the time, I didn't have a beard. I barely have a beard now, but they made me put on a hairnet because I had hair, and then they made me put on a beard net. So I looked like a lunch lady or something, and chipped and whatever. And then they were like, all right, here's one of everybody's favorite parts of the trip. We're going to go into the herb vaults. And I was like, ooh, this sounds good. So we go into these airplane hangar style vaults. And I mean, like, tall enough that you could put a 747 in a parking spot. Wide, tall. And they gave us clothespins before we went into the vault. And they said, okay, keep these clothespins on. They said, if you're brave and you want to know why the clothespins are needed, you know, take it off briefly, but then be ready to put it back on. So me being not brave, but like dumb, I took off the little nose plug and it felt like somebody just punched me with peppermint, like uppercut, like, like smelling salt level scent, just like an air hose, like right into each nose. More peppermint than you would ever need in a lifetime, right up your nostrils. Same thing, we went next door to the spearmint. It was just bales and bales of spearmint. Yeah. So if you are ever, my tea at night, what I drink is caffeine-free peppermint and honey. That's my nighttime drink. So yeah, if you want to party like I do, get some Celestial Seasonings, caffeine-free peppermint, be generous with the honey. No matter what you're applying honey to, be generous with the honey. Especially sopapillas at Casa Bonita, which are free. Bloop. Peppermint uppercut. That should be the new flavor that I recommend. Peppermint uppercut. Sounds like a good band name too. Peppermint pucker butt. Look at this tree here. Now this thing has not hit spring yet. That looks like a tree straight out of a Scooby-Doo episode. Scooby-Doo. Lenny Kravitz's daughter had a band called Elevator Knife Fight. Still one of my favorite band names. I don't think I've ever heard a song of theirs, but when I heard that name, I was like, oh man, I wish my band was called Elevator Knife Fight. Alright, we might get a little bit of buffering in here. In the past, this has been kind of a sketch area. I can't believe we saw Gloria in a new location. I think you got my hot dog. I think it's got E. coli. I don't charge extra for the E. coli. It's part of the package. It's been so long since an elevator rescue. Are there other YouTubers covering elevator rescues? This place is called Lincoln 9? Carmelo Anthony used to live in these. Carmelo and Lala basketball court in the house. Pretty nice house. Wonder who owns that now. Probably Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has quite a few car dealerships around. I think the last one I saw was on Van Nuys in the Valley. I think it's like Russell Westbrook Honda, maybe. I was reading about all of the different franchises that Shaquille O'Neal owns. It's absolutely insane. It's like he owns 24-hour fitnesses, car washes. He owns like 45 Guys burgers. It's insane. All right, cops have somebody on the side over here. And the biggest dog I've seen of the night. That was crazy. Did anybody catch a glimpse of that dog? It looked like Beethoven. What kind of dog is Beethoven? It's not a Mastiff. Is it? Saint Bernard. Yeah, that sounds right. The two biggest dogs I know are Mastiff and Akita. One of my grandmas had an Akita. She was holding it by the leash. It saw a squirrel, took off running, and just ripped her shoulder out of the socket. True story. State Capitol, right, sure. Okay, so something else is going on here. I see a fire truck. I would love to park right here and walk down. Right her? Probably not, but let's try. We're on the move. We're right under the state capitol. I know the phone isn't framed right. I just threw it on the gimbal and it's having some issues. Colorado State what? MYSEVM Museum. Oh, this might be the thumbnail right here. Unless something better comes up. Yeah, the white trucks do look nice. It's classy. This is the tower truck right here. Legislative Services Building. They're trying to figure out how to get in. They don't know. How's it going? Good. Everybody being super nice. There was a female that popped her head out of that truck. All right, I'm gonna try to go one block down and see if St. Bernard is still chilling down there. And then we'll come back and see what's going on with this. Can't believe I'm outside right now. Coming off of having the worst pneumonia I've ever had less than a week ago. Last Saturday and Sunday, I was on death row. It was really, really, really bad. So happy to have a little bit of health under my belt. Sorry, under my sombrero. If I had that dog, I'd name him Falcor. And then I'd change my name to Atreyu. Atreyu! Can you hear the lady fighting? She's yelling no.
No, it wasn't legislate. I kept telling myself I want to do something irresponsible. So me trying to think of him, but then at the same time, I'm like, this guy's not giving me.
I'm gonna leave them alone. He's trying to tell the cops what's up. This is where the Cinco de Mayo stuff is going on. I can hear that lady still yelling back there. So this is in front of the state capitol. If anybody saw these streams that I was doing with Linda with the big Christmas tree, that's the vendors at Civic Center Park. Yep. Thank you very much. You too. Happy Cinco de Mayo. She likes my hat. I need to start wearing this hat more. This might just be my new like full-time hat. Right under state capitol here. Tuk-tuk coming down the road. Oh no, he's playing music. I can't stay. Can't stay. was gonna get close, but then I heard the celebration sounds. Here's a bird bike. I remember when bird scooters first started showing up in Santa Monica. My first thought was, oh, this is gonna be way too expensive. This is not gonna catch on. People are gonna steal these. They're gonna figure out how to jailbreak them and just use the battery for their own scooter. But I was wrong. It's stuck. Now you go to any college campus, probably anywhere, and there are rental scooters. First one I ever saw was Bird, then Lime. Now I can't keep up with all the different companies doing it. I still get winded, so just that little walk winded me. My lung capacity is still garbage. But at least I'm out of the car. Feels good to get some fresh air. I don't see them building a lot of steeples like this anymore. I feel like the early 1900s, very steeple heavy. Creep into the 2000s, they're like, I don't think we need a steeple on this building. Quasimodo already has rent somewhere else. Oh, Jeep's still there. I can see the hazards. Look at the rims on this bird bike. Colorado Consistory number 1. I don't know what this is. It's a little dark. These people walking by here were giggling at my sombrero. Has anybody ever seen the Simpsons episode where Homer's wearing a nacho hat and all the nacho cheese is on the very top of the hat, and then he's breaking off little pieces of the bill that turn into chips, and then he's dipping it? And he's singing, "Nacho, nacho man, I want to be a nacho man." Nacho man. Shout out to all the nacho women and nacho men in the chat. What up with ya? We're on Capitol Hill. This is in downtown Denver. cruising. So this is where I parked when I first met Gloria. I'll call her Glizzy Gloria. She sold me that glizzy. What is this dude slanging right here? He just pulled up in his glizzy phone booth, like Bill and Ted. Okay, now I think I'm wrong because look, here's where I bought the glizzy from Gloria. And this is, oh, this is Maria. Okay, so this is Maria Flores. I was wrong. That happens here a lot, so don't worry. This is the club called The Church. It's an old church that they turned into a nightclub. Sold me that hot dog, that street dog. So when I yelled Gloria and she yelled back, hot dog, does that mean that her, what are the chances that her name actually is Gloria? Probably not bad odds, right? Whoa, that's illegal. Bro, what a move. Light turned green and he just went right in front of me. Oh my God, bro. We got Tiff's Treats right here. Zepp's Epic Sandwiches. Are they running out of names for these sandwich places? Zepp's. Bring, bum, bring. Smells like weed over here. Actually, it kind of smells like plumeria. This is, oh look, the Acoma. It's that Acoma aroma, Holmes. Sonia, $10 payment to the narrator to get some tacos. I love that. Look right here. There's a good looking pup. She's chilling. Yeah. What up, little pupper nutter? Thank you very much, Sonia. Thank you. I would love to turn that into some tacos. And also Jack and Neve with the gifted membership. Thank you, Ellie, for letting me know. And thank you, Jack and Neve. All right, this is just a building that has so many different businesses in it. A lot of them look like tattoo shops, food, makeup. Looks like there's some hair supply stuff. Dryden, I think these are residences over here with a really cool view. Thank you again, Jack and Neve, and thank you, Sonia. A very clean alley. And thank you, Ellie, for holding it down for me tonight. There's some cool architecture down here. Down here. Oh. This is the Art Institute. I'm definitely approving Ellie getting a break. She's been here every night for 2 years that we've been streaming. Look at all of the stickers on here. These are stickers that they give you at the museum. And then when people are going back to their car, they put the stickers on this pole. And there's several poles down here that look like that. Especially by the parking garage right behind me. This is on 12th and Lincoln. And then this is the club I was talking about. This is called The Church. Used to be an old worshiping spot, and now it's a nightclub. And then this dude on the bike looks like Rob Zombie. Zabrambi. Yeah, I definitely approve of Ellie taking a break. People should party on the weekends. Friday and Saturday nights are to be rejoicing the good things happening in your life, partying, hanging out with people that make life worth living. And so if you don't have plans, then come out and hang with us. But if you can go have some fun and party, you have my blessing. Go party. Also the library, beautiful library, making a horrible sound for some reason. Sounds like a chainsaw. This looks like a big pirate ship or something. Oh, pretty dogs, look at these. What should we name these dogs? Cool Whip and Cream. Cool and Cream. I like that they have a headlight. Somebody could probably come up with a better name. Snow White, that's pretty good. Fluffer and Nutter. Okay, that wins. We've ended the name search. Nutter and Fluffer. Those are also good porn names, now that I'm thinking about it. First you take the bread, then the peanut butter, then you add the fluff, and you've got a fluff-a-nutter. Marshmallow cream instead of jelly. So peanut butter and marshmallow cream. Here, why no P radio? That's all I can read until it scrolls up. Jeremy, why no Po? Does it say Popo? Did you put Popo in there? If that says Popo radio, it's because so Denver does have some police communications. It's just garbage. It's like, it's a lot of like squelching and whatever. Why no police radio? Got it. Yeah, it's because what we listen to, so the radio that we listen to when we're in LA, the main one that I listen to is called Hot Shot. And basically it's the high priority calls in all of Cruise, downtown and Valley and whatever. Calls, parties, like stuff like that. And it's not fun to listen to. Right now I could turn on the LA. You want me to turn on the LA scanner? Because I will. Hold on. All right, Here's the LA scanner. It's probably gonna make people mad though, because people are gonna be like, go to that last call that we heard. All right, here's live LA scanner right now.
5 units 13A63 responding code 3 from 61 and Broadway to 28 in Hooper. Near unit coming on Newton frequency for an 80 to be shooting that just occurred to 8 in Hooper.
700 areas are currently down to low fog.
I'll let the homies listen to this for a little bit.
5863 units are down.
Responding from MLK and Avalon. Do we have a last known direction and if he was on foot or in a vehicle?
Responding from MLK. Unit responding from MLK and Avalon, identify.
One of the first places that I went, I broke a finger early after moving to LA, and I didn't have insurance, and my cousin said, go to Martin Luther King Hospital. It was one of the worst experiences of any experience I've had in my whole life, not only just hospital. I waited 12 hours to get a cast. It was horrible. I was watching people in the waiting room pulling staples out of their head because they were mad that they couldn't get seen by a doctor fast enough. I'll tell you the whole story about that night sometime, but it was horrible. And that was in like 2006, before iPhones even. That was back when I had a T-Mobile Sidekick. And I bet I still have that Sidekick somewhere, and I bet I still have some really rough video of some of the stuff I was seeing. Killer King, that's right.
Hey, demonstrating a possible BFV suspect referring San Fernando Mission on the right side of the street near a small blue sedan. Suspects in Hawaiian gray hair, 40 to 50 years, dark clothing, code 10-0431, 1737.
674 West 12th Street, code 2.
This girl looks like she's not wearing any pants. Pants off, dance off right here.
Go find at Hollywood, wrong suspect. I'm going to go to Charles.
Ooh, I like this van. This is my dream camper van right here.
1735, I'll handle.
I like that.
Balance 9345 South Figueroa Street, code 2 incident 4259 RD 1801.
So we're listening to LA Hotshot on the radio. High priority calls in Los Angeles County.
Please stand by.
John Weems Marriott. Ooh, that's a good idea. And it's parked at the Marriott. I'm gonna marry it at the Marriott.
35, cancel Senate 4317, 17823, code 6 on the area and handling.
Suspect just left 1233 Cary Avenue, incident 4320 RD 517.
So that's 4824, ready to perform.
Any unit in the vicinity, 13 George, 31, request backup unit supervisor, 1261 East 28th Street. There are having 3 suspects come out, possible ADW shooting suspects.
So assault with a deadly weapon call.
Hey, what's the unit? Family dispute 1350 South Sepulveda, Westwood Recreation Center. In the last clockwise subject, son, male black, 11 years old, white gray hooded sweatshirt, camel color pants. Please to return home with PR. It's code 2, 4321, RD 855.
9:50 PM, code 6 on incident 4266. Is that related to the shooting? 33 in Hooper?
33rd and Hooper.
Pushing just to Roger.
I mean, let's go find the correction. Our unit 24 33rd and Hooper. Suspect is in custody.
Pushing George Richard negative, no 44, have unit respond with 13 George.
Does anybody remember that old show, Hanging with Mr. Hooper?
Correction, no 44.
I think it was like Mark Curry. Oh, is this dude gonna hop in an Uber? He is. Dang. His pants were around his knees.
9:50 PM, code 6 on the incident 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 4266. 42
Hey, WW, thank you for the super chat. That's dope. Thank you so much. 16th Street Mall right here.
To respond to your location. I've just arrived at USDMC 1X37 is code 6 with you.
Okay, show us responding.
Responding.
Channel static with the hot dogs in the chat.
157 East 88th Street.
1987 will handle.
Hot dog.
So, Roger. Thank you.
50 Roger, units responding. Suspect in custody.
50, the description of the suspect going to be a male, black, approximately 55 years old, 5'10", 200 pounds, wearing a blue hat, blue sweater, white shirt, blue pants, white and blue shoes.
Jeez, he's got a lot of blue on. Eating some blueberry yogurt.
350 response for Boulder, code 2, it's 421, already 855.
Silence 11224 South Figueroa Street, code 2, incident 4261, RD 1842.
This is where the skating rink was over here.
Code 2, incident 4259, RD 1801.
At Christmas time when we saw the ice skating rink.
555 Crawford. You can have the units respond here. We're going to set up containment.
9863 on incident.
Looking at Roger.
There's some fast driving down here tonight.
Boulevard at Cedar Sinai, code 24170.
I'm not used to it being very aggressive driving, but we've got aggressive driving.
Hey, Southwest Unit 507 Party, 48034 4th Avenue. Incident 4294, RD 392. Dispute 4258 Nalo East Drive. Incident 4335, RD 391. 507 Radio 3120 9th Avenue. Incident 4337, RD 335.
That sounded like Dom DeLuise Drive.
1881, watch 2, 1881, watch 2.
Cannonball Run. Wow, look at her ball gown right here. The gown of the night. Lady of the night.
1, watch 2, 1881, watch 2, come in.
There's no place like home.
Unit to handle that DUI traffic 403 South Bonnie Bray Street, code 274 RD 246.
She's getting hoots and hollers. Mostly hoots. Couple hollers.
E17, Roger.
The peer is requesting that you enter through the emergency room, go past the emergency room, and make a left to the security
Dreamed of
office.
this love for so long. Waiting for
Freeway,
tonight.
temporary plate, David Frank 350. Correction, 009.
Zero.
5855 in Southeast, ADW Domestic, 11224 South Figueroa Street. Code 2, incident 4261, RD 1842.
You know how if you live in Utah, if you're Mormon, you can have several wives? What would that look like if a woman had several husbands? Let's just think about that reversal for a minute. So like, instead of it being widely accepted, oh, you're Mormon and you have 6 wives, no problem. What would it look like for a woman to have like 6 or 7 husbands? Have them all getting along. You stain the deck. You clean out the fishing boat. You barbecue the brisket. Oh, look at this pantsuit. Hey-o. Hillary Clinton, eat your heart out right here. Waiting for tonight. Oh, basically anime. You know, if you go to... Oh, look, they turned the water back on over here. This is like an outdoor spray ground for kids to play in. I haven't seen it turned on this whole year. They must have just lit this back up. I'm gonna pull over, but I don't really get great reception right here. Oh, I just hit the curb. When is summer school break in the USA? After May. So like May 29th, after that? I'm guessing, but that's when I remember it being. Hugh Stevenson, member for 18 months. Thank you very much. What up, Hugh?
43 West 36 close. Consistent 3355, I give you first 6.
18835, 18890. 18895. 18897. Cancel incident 4261. 18841 is good 6.
Right.
Roger.
18841, standby.
Oh, it's just really 460 Coldcrest Drive. Suspect is a male, black, wearing a pink shirt, green pants. Code 2 incident 4356 3632.
Green pants. It's Mr. Green Jeans from
Captain
Captain Kangaroo.
1239 East 25th Street. Suspect is grandson's father, male Hispanic, 29, 30 years, gray sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Says a location, refusing to leave. PR has custody of the child, of the grandchild. Code 2 incident 4363 ID 1324.
Thank you again, Hugh.
Edward Ocean, Robert George.
Sure. 3831, current incident.
Hey, we got Wu-Tang and Dan Russell in here. And Lucy and Erica.
24, you can cancel that. I'll tell you just where that goes off.
Old school bridge right here.
51 cancel incident 3918 1841 will handle.
Please.
Felzoo's here.
Exit.
Shout out to Felzoo. Sorry about your avalanche. Good season though. And congrats to your
459
Nuggets.
459 cancel incident 4222 1841 will handle.
Does anyone else sneeze 3 times every time? So I'm a 2 sneeze person. I have a uncle that's like a 7 sneeze guy. And when I was growing up, he would start to sneeze and then everybody would go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he didn't look like he loved that, but hard habit to break. Let me know in the chat, how many times do you sneeze when you sneeze? I'm definitely a 2. But what I do is I charge up the sneeze. So if I feel a sneeze is coming, I try to fill my lungs so I can get like a maximum sneeze on the first one. And so like I'll just start going like it sounds like I'm sipping through a straw, and then Linda will look over at me like, what's your major malfunction over here? And she sees me charging up a big sneeze, and then I'll just do the first one, and then the second one is just kind of an aftershock. But yeah, I don't know anybody that charges up the sneeze like I do. This is Ball Arena. This is where the Denver Nuggets bested the Los Angeles Clippers earlier tonight. Just one sneeze, one and done. This is where it went down. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Christian Braun, Russie Westbrook. And this is also where the Colorado Avalanche made it to the playoffs. We just got knocked out of the playoffs tonight, but still a great season.
And Bellingham. Between Bellingham to vehicle TC, Black Toyota Camry, white Nissan.
What's crazy is we were here last night and it was dead just like it is right now. And I said, this is the calm before the storm. I bet this place was absolutely bananas 5 hours ago. All this parking would have been like $40.
Boulevard and Westbury Drive.
Neighbor dispute 1425 West 18th Street, incident 4372 RD 2088.
Nikola Jokic from Serbia.
10. Can you show me code 6 again at 319 Beacon Street?
The Serbian slammer.
Wilson Block 2018 Mercedes Benz E400, cool blocking traffic, DOT en route for traffic control. It's informational on incident 4375. Central Avenue, suspect is a Pierre's daughter, 24-year-old female, black, bleaching jacket, gray pants. Knocked on the Pierre's door, refuses to leave, harassing the Pierre. Suspect vandalized the property earlier this week. Code 2 incident 4384 1804.
6027 Arlington Avenue. Code 2 incident 4380 RD 1242.
Fix the military tall dark hair. Code 2 incident 4383 RD 521. 5 additional on here in October 570.
Starting to feel a little low energy. I probably have, I don't know, another 20 minutes or so cruising left in me. Linda told me to call it in entirely this weekend. She's like, give it one more week. And I said, no, I think I'm healthy enough to ride around in a car. And she's like, don't push it. She's like, that's what you do, is you push it and then you make it worse. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be very conservative. And she's like, no, you won't. But here we are, downtown Denver.
Temporary plate, Charleston.
See how it says Auraria and Spear? This campus behind me, this is the Auraria campus. When I was taking classes down here, there were like 3 or 4 different colleges on that campus. And they have this, I'm not sure what the actual word is called, but it's where you can take classes at any of the different colleges, but pay the tuition for your specific college. So let's say you go to CCD, Colorado Community Denver College, and I need to take whatever random class that they don't offer at CCD. They would let you take it at University of Colorado at Denver, or there's a college there called Metro. You would pay the cheaper price. And the reason I know that is because that happened to me when I moved around. I lived in Minnesota for a little bit in high school. When I moved back from Minnesota to Colorado high school, some of my credits weren't lining up. I was taking classes there that they didn't offer in Colorado, vice versa. I could have graduated early, but they were like, you shouldn't graduate early. You should just make your high school pay for you to take college classes, and then you'll start college with college credit. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. And so the first place I started taking classes was called Front Range Community College. It's kind of in North Denver, and took a couple really fun classes. The other cool thing was my high school had to let me out of school so when I was a senior in high school, I didn't have to be there a lot of the time because I had a pass to be off campus to go to my college classes. So it was almost like I was visiting my high school campus when I was a senior, which is like, mwah. Like, you want an excuse to be able to leave whenever you want, leave and come back. And then when I actually graduated high school, I graduated with a certain amount of college credits. And so when it came time for me to go to apply to schools, I didn't have to just apply cold to a school. I was transferring. So they were like, are you a new student? Or are you a transfer? And I'd say I was a transfer. So much easier to transfer school to school. And so anybody that might be going back to school, or maybe you're just heading out to college, take that advice from me. look into whether your high school pays for college classes. They probably do. I think it's a state thing. And then you won't have to just apply to colleges. You can transfer. Are you already a college student? Yes, I am. Look at this guy's hat right here. Pretty sick. I want to say I started my first... Oh, look at this black Lamborghini right here. I started college with like 12 credit hours already. Paid for by my high school. And then I went to Denver University, DU. That was the kind of the later part of my college years. And the only reason I was able to go to that's a private school. I didn't get in there on the merit of my grades or anything else. The reason I was in there is because my mom worked at the university and they had this 70% tuition discount if you had a family member that was an employee at the school. So because my mom was an employee, I was receiving 70% off of my college tuition, which anybody that knows, like, it could be 6 figures for a private school like that. Imagine taking 70% off. So yeah, I hit the lottery a couple different times with my college experience.
Gregory Way. KG1 Code 6 Los Unit Gregory.
And thank you to my mom for getting that job. That was one of the reasons that she got the job, was so that she and I both could qualify for that discount. My mom's smart like that.
Over at Figueroa, 112 Figueroa.
And then my mom also made friends with a lot of the college professors and whatever, and so she ended up having a lot of, like, it's good to know people. I'll just say that. It's good to know people in different scenarios. You need to know a guy. That's a big thing about this whole planet Earth experience. If you can know a guy, then you're in a better position. And I always knew a guy. Here's the fire department. Hey.
For Joseph.
What up, Barbara Thompson, Obi, JR, Tulia? Back with scrambled eggs with Costco rotisserie chicken, Hidden Valley Ranch. That sounds good.
Warehouse.
Linda's been boiling eggs for our breakfast.
1806 is requesting an additional unit. 11.
And then I've been stealing those hard-boiled eggs for my Cobb salad. I make a really good Cobb salad.
1806, you need 1890.
And I bought pre-cooked bacon. So it's like equivalent to 4 pounds of bacon, about 72 strips. And then I just kind of reheat the bacon, make it crispy. And then I'll add that to my club sandwich. And I don't want to brag. Well, I'm going to anyway, but when I make a club sandwich, it's like an artist making a culinary work of art. Let me see if I have a picture of one of them in here. I take pride in my Cobb salad and my club sandwich.
9XL50, is on Woodson, south of the 101.
I'm looking. I'm not finding the picture yet, but I'm still looking. You hate hard-boiled eggs, so they stink. I try not to eat. Try not to eat food that stinks. That's just
41, Roger.
something that I have always been into. Is if it smells good, it probably tastes good.
Radio check.
Check.
The traffic unit 10 minutes traffic 13805 Sherman Way, 13805 Sherman Way between Ranchito and Woodman. It's code 3 incident 4412 RD 909.
Any unit coming on West Valley frequency for possible Alpha Bed in progress 7353 Paso Robles Avenue. 3 call on RD 909 identified.
95859.
Hot
Respond to
in
the
here.
sergeant's office for 5020.
Sorry, 59 Roger.
Mile High Distillery, tasting room.
325 stamp.
9955 Cabot Avenue at Noble Middle School. Code 2 incident 4414-91-1764.
Can you ride one on your own?
Southwest or sometime please to handle a 10 ambulance hidden on felony that occurred in RD
I knew that wasn't gonna go well.
Boulevard at Cedar Sinai. Incident 4170 and RD 721 before going outside the division identifying.
Look at the mic stack.
363, Roger.
C22 6SC32 Roger.
I'm still looking for this picture of my club sandwich. Hey, thank you again, Ellie.
1347.
Congrats, Zito, Robbie, Thomas, Cindy.
PD Unit 8 was traffic 68 at San Pedro, 68 at San Pedro. Code 3 incident 4418 RD 1394. Ambulance UA traffic 206 West 87th place, 206 West 87th place. Code 3 incident 4417 RD 1802 unit telling them. Chassis response to incident 4414 1781 will have it.
Okay, I found it. Here's my club
1781,
sandwich.
1781, come in.
Actually, before I show you the picture of the sandwich, I want to be able to talk about it a little bit. Because me just looking at that photo, it doesn't look amazing, and it is amazing. So I need to explain it a little bit.
The McClay Street victims at the 76 gas station. Code 310-442 on 1918.
Which call were you asking for the PR to step out?
I code 4, suspect GOA.
Is it buffering? Oh no.
37.
316, Roger.
Okay, so here's the sandwich.
Unit code 4.
Evening.
Let me tell you what's going on with this sandwich. So the bread is Dave's Killer Bread, wheat bread, mustard and mayo. There's red onion. I want to say 12 pieces of bacon, but cut in half. So like 6 pieces of bacon. But you see the pickle? That is a kosher stacker pickle. So it's a very light kosher pickle, so not super vinegary. And they're flattened out so that they fit on a sandwich. And I have 4 across so that each bite has a lot of pickle. So the pickle's given a lot of crunch. It's given a lot of moisture. The mustard and mayo, that's given a lot of lube. The turkey is Pitcraft smoked turkey from Boar's Head, which is good on its own. That is the best turkey. So, and you can see the red onion, huge chunks of red onion, and the bread was just perfect. Yeah, sandwich lube, mayo. You don't call it sandwich lube? What do you call it?
Yes,
Mayonnaise?
2012. Unknown build, unknown complexion, unknown clothing. Subject
Mayonnaise.
3/2025 at 001 hours.
Subject diagnosed with autism and ADHD. Any information, contact over the division is in 4429.
6A, correction, 650-24, RA is en route.
I made the mistake. So I really like watching PBS, Public Broadcasting Station. I made the mistake one night of watching how they make mayo. It was absolutely disgusting. And it made me kind of not want to eat mayo, but I got over that pretty fast. Is she wearing a swimsuit? Girl? Okay, maybe there's a pool party that we didn't get invited to. Make your own mayo. I think two of the things that I'm best at making: Cobb salad, club sandwich. I can make a pretty mean omelet too.
We have an outside unit handling in southeast.
Look at this limo.
630 and Myers requesting an additional unit.
Got more suits than Jacoby and Myers.
Suspects are now 13783, we're on the street. 17838, we're on the street. Suspect is a male, 57185, Harley Davidson shirt. Unknown and related to the time of hazard. Code 3074441 at 1045.
More gowns over here on the left. Aurora, Colorado has all the crime. Yeah, my mom used to live in Aurora. We called it Saudi Aurora. That is where a lot of bad news happens in this city. This is a rooftop bar over here. Pretty fun. It's right across the street from Coors Field. And this is where I was hanging out when the Denver Nuggets won the... Oh, look at the ball gowns crossing the street up here. When the Nuggets won the championship... Is there a pumpkin parked over there? Why are all these ladies wearing gowns? There must be a ball arena for ballerinas.
On the end.
Sandwich pickles are the best, and Neve Grillo pickles from the USA. Grillo pickles are definitely my favorite. They have those here at Costco. Grillo pickles, the best pickles. But the ones that I was talking about that I put on this sandwich, they're called Stackers. I want to say the name brand is like Delicatessen or something like that. Hold on. I gotta show you this girl's dress. You're gonna see her right in the middle right here. Yeah, the pickles that I used on this sandwich, they are in the refrigerator section at Walmart. They don't sell them at Kroger, so they don't sell them at like Ralph's or King Soopers that I know of. I find them at Walmart. I think the name brand is Delicatessen, something along that. It's probably not that exactly, but something close. And then on the outside, it says chilled, never heated. And so the pickle never gets warmed up. It's always refrigerated. And then that's also what I like about pineapple in Hawaii. They serve you pineapple that's never been refrigerated, and it tastes so different. Like when you eat a fresh pineapple that's straight off the tree, yum. Has a different taste. And we're listening to Scanner Communications in LA. Per request. Some people partying in their cars down here.
85 Roger.
This bar is called Pony Up. Lola, Georgia. Thank you again, Ellie, for the gifted memberships earlier and tonight. Dill pickle roll-ups, deli, ham smeared with cream cheese. Okay, Sonia, so what you're talking about, my neighbor used to make that with roast beef. So a pickle, cream cheese, roast beef. And I don't know what the official name is, but it's one of the best tastes. It's got to be really good roast beef. Like maybe a boar's head, London broil roast beef.
20, are you clear?
I used to love the Where's the Beef commercials when I was a kid. It'd be the old lady looking through the little slice in the steering wheel. Where's the beef?
Verify it was 47th and Avalon.
You know what? I just found out that Arby's has, I think they're called steak bites, but they're basically like little pieces of brisket. So they give you a cup that's filled with these little pieces of brisket.
You're 90120, somebody.
I'm into that. They are playing Fiesta Musica down here.
3, can you advise Newton that the area of occurrence for the crime was in their division on 47th and Avalon? It's going to be for a robbery investigation and the victim that's sent to the hospital. Check, hot and clear.
I don't have a whole lot left in the tank energy-wise. Linda actually tried to talk me out of coming out tonight. She's like, you already went out last night. You got to give people an update. Just stay home tonight. But we came out anyway.
Thank you, so you'll check loud and clear.
Thank you very much to everybody that left comments after the stream last night. Sometimes it's hard to get people to leave comments, and I want to say we got like 50 comments last night. I read every one of them. Thank you so much to the commenters.
Station at 685 teacher.
I think it helps get the I think it helps people view the replay. So if you can kind of show that there was some engagement and activity, it will offer it to people. And I think it helps with that. So thank you so much to everybody that leaves comments. I don't care what the comment is. You could say, I like turtles. And I'll give you a heart. So that'll be, if you don't know what to say in the comments, just pop in there and say, I love turtles. And then we'll know like what that means. I love turtles.
4465 RD 513.
18E17, cancel incident 4384, 1883 will handle.
Twiddles.
Part 1883, 1883, come in.
And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Ellie.
11937, Roger.
Is this a straight?
Roger.
Lucy, thank you for coming out tonight, but I agree with Linda. You need to rest. Lucy, thank you. Hey, thank you very much. That's really sweet. Thank you for doing that. I'm doing it right in the middle, so I'm not making you happy or her happy. I'm equal opportunity disappointer. Cool skateboarder here. This is the backside of Union Station.
4479.
True, Roger.
You try this phone number, it's 323-786-5409.
That Union Station didn't used to look that pretty. The neon lights really upgraded it. That used to be a place that was very riddled with crime.
Actually, true, Roger. I'll just go.
That's how I remember it. Whoa, this is a nice Porsche right here.
98555, Roger, 985 is in route.
They need some tint on the windows, but other than that, it's looking good. Looks like a stormtrooper.
Ford.
Oh, there's a cop behind me. We might get to talk to this cop. Let me turn up the scanner so that he knows that we're into the same stuff.
Pierce Driveway and the street. Causing to service. Code 2 incident 4475 ID 101.
Yeah, cross that suspect there now. 1628 Blue Jay Way. Suspect is male, black, 40 years old, wearing a gray sweater, gray pants with a black bag. Knocking on PR door, now sitting on the patio. Code 2 incident 4484 RD 631.
Patty O'Brien's. Thank you again, Ellie, for all the gifted subs. And thank you, Lucy, for the donation. That was really sweet. Do it. It's for you.
Unit, send me incident 4290, the juvenile located.
You can do it.
867 12867. Cancel incident 4290. 12X09 is handling.
60 Roger, somebody whatever you need.
2081 Roger.
Let's do field show-ups and then we'll decide if we want to.
Is there anybody in the chat that is watching from Denver? Anyone? If you're watching the stream from Denver tonight, let me know.
A1, are you clear? A1, 665.
Watching from Aurora, Colorado Springs. We have a couple people.
They're going to be approaching from Woodland. I think it was at 1801 or 1802.
81 Roger.
All right, the reason I ask is I'm going to leave my sombrero right here. If you want it, you're going to be able to come grab it.
1849 what?
Break off a unit from Terravilla and Dorrington to handle that for you. Bye, thank you.
$1849 confirming route.
So if you're in the market for a sombrero from yours truly, it's going to be right here. Jeremy, stay there. See if somebody picks it up. No, I need to go home. I kind of started running out of energy there at the very end. Sombrero's still there 2 years later. So if anybody wants my sombrero that I wore, oh, he just tapped it. Oh, he came back to get his suitcase. How cool would it be if we were here next weekend and I think somebody will get it before then. So this was the this is the chain that I had on when the Nuggets won the championship. 2023. They advanced in the playoffs tonight, so I had to bring it back out. This was actually a long weekend for me. I'm still recovering. It brings me a lot of joy and a lot of energy just to see my friends in this chat. There's so many people that I love. Just so many people that I feel like take care of me. I hope that I can help take care of you as well, just even with 2 hours of entertainment here and there. I know it's not as much as some people would want, but I'm trying to stretch my sea legs, get a little bit better. I will be traveling a lot in May and June. I'm going to be in Seattle. I'll be in the Midwest. I'll be in Los Angeles. I will bring everybody along for the ride as much as I can. I'm really excited to do some cruising in LA because that's what people always say that they want to see. When I'm not in LA, they're usually pretty upset about it. But yeah, I can't wait to have a great summer. I've been telling people for a while, and I absolutely mean it. This is going to be the best summer of my whole life. Not that I'm happy that I got sick, but I'm happy that I got it out of the way. I don't get sick that often, and I feel like that kind of took care of a lot of it for me. So I'm on the road to recovery. I'm going to have the best summer of my whole life. I hope you take my lead and also have the best summer of your life. Just chill out a little bit. The world is so crazy right now. Be a sponge for the positive things going on, and just be a rock for the negativity. Don't soak any of the negativity up, but when you see any positivity, stick a dry sponge in that thing and just soak it. Let's make this the best summer ever. And thank you so much to everybody that comes to hang out with me on these cruises. Hopefully you'll see more of me soon. And if you could donate a comment after the stream, I will read it and I'll really appreciate it. And when the comments come through on my videos, it shows up in my notifications. So I'll be sitting there watching a movie or something with Linda, and then it will say, watching the replay from England or something. Those comments mean a lot to me. Like, I like to know who's watching these videos, and I like to connect with people and see where they're watching from. So please leave comments. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I will see you next weekend, and have a great weekend. Bye.